Tuttle here for Ferguson Roof Systems. For 43 years, Ferguson Roof Systems has been protecting Oklahoma's homes and businesses with quality roofing services. Their goal was to be the most honest and dependable roofing company in the state, all while providing free services such as lifetime labor warranty and annual inspections. Well, mission accomplished with thousands of client testimonials, an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and a 5-star rating on Google. Look, the weather gives you enough to worry about, so why worry about who to trust with your roof? Call Ferguson Roof Systems today or find out more at fergusonroofsystems.com.
All right, I had a little issue with that one. Software did a little update. Didn't like the update I did, I guess. Ugh, it happens sometimes. Thanks for joining me. I'm Meteorologist here in Tuttle, and you're in the right place. We're going to be talking about some changes coming our way. I think you just might like. Let's see what else. If it's snow that you happen to enjoy, probably going to have a little bit of that. So. Thanks for joining me. It's been a minute. We, of course, had a big snowstorm back here not too long ago, and most of that snow is still sticking around, at least in the shaded areas, but a lot of it's melted. My yard's turned just a big mud pit, and I got a really sad-looking leftover of a Santa Claus. Or not of a Santa Claus, of a snowman. Frosty didn't make it in our Oklahoma return of the normal temperatures. So that's the way it goes. So what we're going to do is talk about how conditions look here for this upcoming week. And I posted a blog of the day, which some of you didn't get a chance to read because too many people hit my website and it crashed the server. My server guy tried to fix things and make it better, and it made it worse. So he's going to get some more help to figure out what's going to happen, and so we can get that up and running again. So anytime I post a blog, you guys will actually be able to read it, which is kind of important, right? So this will be kind of the verbal discussion of that blog. All right. So by the way, I saw lots of you shot me some stars already. So Joseph did so. He's on a 2-week streak, so thank you, brother. Montez did it. Melissa, Matthew, Philip, Tonda, Sherry, I see you, so appreciate the stars tonight. And Jennifer, if you want to do that, just right where it says a comment, you can just hit the old stars button for Facebook, and they'll send a few my way, and I appreciate that. All right, let's talk about the weather. Here's a look, of course, outside, and it's a quiet evening for once, and it's also a little on the clear side. So we're going to have some fog develop. We've had that last couple of nights. Anytime you get light winds and that snowpack still kind of lingers, you do get a little bit of that fog around, and so when that happens, you'll end up with something like this on the map. So this is from the National Weather Service, and it does show that areas that we'll have. It'll be patchy. In other words, it's not going to be everywhere in this wide area. Just where kind of temperatures bottom out really cold. So mostly that'll be in valleys and low-lying areas, and then some shaded areas, where the snow's still kind of lingering. And that'll help with that aspect of it. As far as what's going to be coming our way, we're going to go to the Canadian model here. And we're going to put this in motion for you and show you that by Wednesday, mid-morning, we're going to have a few light showers skirting through the I-35 corridor here in central Oklahoma as the area of low pressure develops. Heavy rain forming out here in southeast Oklahoma and Arkansas and Missouri. As we step through time into the midday hour, lunchtime, afternoon, it gets a little heavier out to our east in eastern Oklahoma. Not a whole lot's going to fall in central Oklahoma from this. Some very light rainfall is expected during our Wednesday afternoon. More of it, of course, across the east on Arkansas. Now, you do see some blue showing up here Thursday night in Missouri and Kansas and northeast Oklahoma. So there is going to be a little bit of snow with this system Thursday night. Wednesday night, not Thursday night. Wednesday night and a Friday. Come on, Aaron, you can get it together. Well, I'm off today. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, my goodness. All right, that's easy for me to say. So there's Thursday morning. It's still continuing out to Missouri and northern Arkansas. Then it slowly moves on away. So that's a look at how there will be a little bit of snow. I guess you can see a few flurries here across far northern Oklahoma, northern counties, but it's not going to be a big deal. Again, it's going to be out to the east. I can show you what snowfall projections are in this area. There's going to be some pockets here where the snow may exceed Let's see, up around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches up here in northwest and northern Arkansas. Southwest Missouri, a couple of inches as well. I know you guys just had a nice little winter storm. Well, you get a little mini one that moves on through. If we look over at the NAM model, it's going to be a little aggressive with snowfall totals, but it kind of gives you a little bit better snowfall coverage across southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas, even then west central or western Arkansas. And again, eastern Oklahoma and northeast Oklahoma probably see a little bit of flurry activity or a very light dusting out of this as well. So it's something to watch to see if these amounts increase, decrease, or kind of stay the same. It's not a huge system, but it's enough that may provide a few of you out here a little bit of snow. So that means the rest of the body of the state will not be, riding home much when it comes to snow for this particular event, but we will be seeing some decent precipitation. Matter of fact, I'll show you that here real quick, and then we're going to talk about what the next system is coming our way is going to do for us. So here's a look at the high-res NAM model. Like I said, just a little light shower, a few sprinkles, some light accumulation here in central Oklahoma. No big deal. Once you get to the Tulsa, from that point kind of southward and northward, you pick up a couple of tenths, and then it goes quickly to about an inch or more out here in Arkansas. So this is mostly a eastern third of Oklahoma to western half of Arkansas precipitation event. Okay, so let's forward now in time, and let's just jump to, we'll do the New American model. All right, so I'm going to talk about the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is where we can track the jet stream pattern. This is where we track our storms, right? So we're going to start with today, and we're going to show you what's coming our way. Now, the first little guy here shows up in colors. In other words, the brighter the colors, the stronger the energy or lift in the atmosphere. As we head into Wednesday morning, you see this one starting to take shape. Where is it? Right here in Oklahoma. I mean, how about that? Area of low pressure, lower heights develop right here across the northern part of the state. It's elongated. In other words, so it's not a very compacted. It extends across a far mass of territory, which is why the system isn't all that strong, because look, it just now starts to kind of wrap up and close off here once it gets into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. So that's hence why the models are kind of like that dump of snow in northwest Arkansas Thursday night, Friday morning, and whereas we don't get a whole lot over the body of Oklahoma as far as that is concerned. But anyway, that little system move on out, and we're in a very active pattern, so we got to watch for the next one. Well, as we move on in through time, we'll head into Saturday. Here's lunchtime. Look what's coming out from our west. There's Saturday evening. Look what's taking shape by Saturday morning. We got ourselves a low right here with a good-looking track to come something like this, right? Now, usually when that happens, we get some good snows if it's cold enough. So put this into motion. Here's Sunday afternoon, and that upper level low is moving right over the body of Oklahoma. So the question is, we can get some snow out of this on into Sunday night as it moves on through. And I believe the answer is yes, but it's early in the game, folks. And there's a lot of variations to this track. You know how important that track is. And this is just one model, but at least it's something to talk about and what we're focused on. And if you look quickly, 2 days after, 3 days after, we got another one that develops right behind it. Now, usually these that come in following the other, it's a lot drier. In other words, there's not as much moisture to work with, so they don't produce as much precipitation. But it's a great looking track. I mean, if you wanted more action. And then what's this one? Oh my goodness, this is, now we're into, first of all, what day was that other one? Let me back up. So first one's Sunday night. Well, actually, the first one technically is coming up Wednesday night. But well, for all intents and purposes, we'll fast forward. So that other big one's on Sunday. And this one comes in Tuesday night. All right, on Tuesday. So let's go to the next one. That's Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That scoots on by. And that actually might be a big snow producer also for North Texas and Dallas. They might see a good snow out of this. This is a season, looks like, that not only Oklahoma's seeing some snow, but also North Texas may just finally get what they've always wanted. I don't say everybody, but, a lot of people down there. And then Thursday morning, let's see, that moves on by. And then what's this? Another area batch of energy that moves through, but doesn't really do much, doesn't close off or any. And we've got one that closes off way down southwest, and look where it's coming. Right back here in Oklahoma on, what day is that? The 20th of January. And then we got another one lining up. I mean, they're just one after another. So all you need, obviously, is the exact track to work out just perfect, which we've had 3 of them already. But also what we need is cold air to be at the surface and aloft. In other words, cold enough for snow. Otherwise, we'll get rain out of these that come on by. And so that's always a $1 million question. How much cold air is there to work with, for example? Well, let's take a look at Sundays. And we're going to take a look I'm going to do the atmospheric sounding. Pick the middle of the upper level low out here in western Oklahoma, just so we can see what it looks like aloft, right? Well, the blue line for the freezing line is right here. It goes up and down the atmosphere. And all the lines are left of the freezing line. So this means all freezing precipitation in the form of snow. So a temperature of 31, there's no warm nose, there's no threat of ice, no threat of sleet, freezing rain, etc., etc. It's just snow. So that's an interesting situation, right? And that would be on Sunday. So let's take a look at how that looks like on a top-down view again when we factor in the actual snowfall amounts. Now, again, don't get all excited. This is going to change. Trust me, because if you look at this, you're going to go, what the frick is he talking about? And is that 2 feet of snow coming? So this is why you notice I was very calm. I did not get hyped up, amped up about what I see here on the maps. That says 17 inches in my house. Northwest of me says 19 inches and 15 in Woodward. That would be a massive snowstorm for Sunday. Now, before you get too excited, remember there are multiple models and each one has a slightly different track. So let's see what the output is from each of those. I know some of you guys are typing right now just going, what is this nonsense? And it is nonsense. So Jared, he's excited because he wants some snow in Dallas. Let's see if we get it for you. That's the GFS. All right, what we're going to do now is compare other models for the same time span. The high-res GFS, it has nothing. But the brand new model has tons of it. Blended models has some snow all over the place because that's what a blended models does. It also has much lighter amounts. It's always too conservative when it comes to snow. Now we're going to go back an hour on the forecast period, and let's see what we got here. So there's the European high-res forecast. Now look at here. Snows in Dallas, Fort Worth, east to west, from Rockwall all the way down I-20 as you go west, all the way down I-20 as you go east, and then all the way down toward College Station. My Aggies, woohoo! You know, they won their championship bowl game, Orange Bowl, baby. They're going to get some snow down there. Then all the way down to Houston. Look at that. The model loves snow in Houston, 1 to 2 inches. Ain't them some apples. And then we got snow, and I mean, all over the place. So again, but this is the European model. Now remember, we have the American model, and we have the European model. Remember what I told you? They do not agree. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now the Canadian model is liking the American model. It's dumping 12 foot of snow out here near western Oklahoma, not too far from the metro. I mean, this is ridiculous, folks. Now, this is not set in stone. Don't get all over it and say, Aaron's promised us we're getting another foot of snow, because that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, it's another storm system to watch, and 'tis the season. We got the track. Things seem to be going in our favor. Snow breeds snow, apparently. So it's definitely going to be one to watch. Now, again, no threat for ice with any of this. Matter of fact, I'll put the ice map up, and we'll take a look at comparisons. There's nothing. There's a little bit there. Shows in far southern Arkansas and maybe northeast Texas. Very light amounts. Nothing on the other models. So that's good. So let's keep it that way. Let's keep this trend just being nothing but snow if that's the case. When we talk about temperatures, let's do that as well, because I believe, let's see, they're on Monday morning. Let's go Sunday afternoon. What does that give us? Okay, so there's the Canadian model, GFS. So they're mostly in the low 30s. Not, again, critical, too critical. Let's see, there's mid-20s. So Canadian's erring on the side a little too cold for the event. But now if the event timing extends into Monday morning versus just Sunday, cold air does come around. Pretty much in all the models are back into the 20s. With whatever falls, of course, freeze over. So we'll probably have some issues, with road conditions and stuff. If we get some decent snow out of this. So anyway, so I just want to bring that up to your attention. We'll look at this is assuming that big snowstorm doesn't happen, by the way. If we take that out of the equation, this is how temperatures ought to look over the next several days. Daytime highs, they were nice today, 50s and 60s. Tomorrow, same idea, 50s and 60s. And then we're going to cool down into the mid-40s for daytime highs for a while. Overnight lows back into the 20s. Again, it's pretty seasonable. And then next week we may warm up, we may get colder. The models are going to start to struggle with the overall pattern here as we get to the middle of January. So the pattern's starting to change. We're starting to get more Arctic air intrusions in here. So the extended outlook isn't going to be as consistent as it has been. And this is Sunday, so we'll watch. This temperature may never hit 41 unless that's the midnight high kind of a deal. And then we may never rebound to 45 on Monday if we have all this snow on the ground. So that's kind of how these temperatures can change due to the snow event. And then that would slow down the warmth on Tuesday with all the snow on the ground. And then we'll finally kind of warm things up a little bit. But the European is hinting that this will be a little colder later in the outlook. And that's for Oklahoma City. This is Tulsa. Same idea. So if you live in various parts of Oklahoma, the take-home is about the same as far as the trend is concerned. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Because this is just early. It's Monday night. This thing's 7 days away, 6-7 days away practically. So it's way too early to get specific on snowfall totals. Even the big snowstorm itself, the track is, as you know, is very critical at who gets what and who gets nothing. Looking at a few other things on here. Anything else I want to show you at this point? I don't think really anything is going to be of value yet. So I'm going to watch it and we'll see what happens. So let me go to your comments here real quick. YouTube guys, always in the house. Thank you for joining in. Tammy is not late to the party. Jim's in the house despite of some router problems. Always good to see you. Hello, Mark. He got 8 inches of snow in Bethany, and he was loving it. It was on his birthday. How about that? He wants an early spring. I think he wants tornadoes. He didn't say that, but he did say an early spring. Got to get the bread and milk. Yeah, if that forecast pans out, we may want to all make a run on bread and milk that time around. No ice to mess up the snow totals for that. If you guys are on Periscope, Twitter, kind of a deal. By the way, I know you guys have heard that Periscope will be closing its live broadcast. Just to let you know that that doesn't mean what you think it may mean. Twitter bought Periscope, and so what happens is that Twitter is just going to absorb Periscope's video in that fashion. They're just going to do the video on their own. So it really won't change. So if you follow me on Twitter, the videos will still be there and still be live whenever I go. All right, let me go to the patrons here real quick. Give you guys a shout out on the Facebook page. All right, Dion Bingo. Karen's here. Jennifer's here. Hey, Paula. Larry's in the house. He wants some more snow. Team AT, Jody, you're so cute. Let's see. Mary says, I'm late to the party. What did I miss? Oh, Mary. You didn't miss anything big. Just a foot of snow or two. Mainly chance of big snow. So, but that's just the one crazy model. Well, actually, there's two crazy models, the Canadian and the American. And actually, technically, the European has just had that same track about 300 miles farther south. Or 400 miles. So that's a big difference. But at least the big amounts were there. So the signal's there, folks, for a big snow. It's just where exactly is it set up? We go to the main page here, and again, thanks for all of the Facebook stars you guys shot at me tonight. I appreciate that. Mike wants to know if you already have forecasts for hurricane season. He's already over this snow. He's ready to go out into hurricane season. So let me tell you about these seasonal forecasts, Mike. They're all garbage. Seriously, they have little skill. It doesn't stop the meteorologist from trying. Doesn't stop the climatologist from trying. They're just very little skill. And it's almost like the broken clock is right twice a day kind of skill. So every now and then they'll get it right and they'll think, hey, I knew what I was doing. And it turns out they use the same techniques for the next season, and it's just... and we try that with everything. We try the hurricanes, tornadoes, winter weather. I can guarantee you no one said Oklahoma's going to see 3 snowstorms and an ice storm for the fall and winter season. And then 3 other snowstorms lined up right after that? So, that's what I'm saying. It's that stuff can be fun to talk about around the office. The old farmer type. I hear it's going to be a dry winter. And I was looking at my tumbleweeds and they're just there. They need some water. You might have a conversation like that just for, because it's what we do, but it has no skill in any of that stuff. Tara Murphy sent me 150 stars. Thank you, Tara. All right, Jeanette. Right? Could you imagine Big Bend, Texas, got another foot of snow out there? Wouldn't that be crazy? You can call me a snowbird. Been in Florida, missing both of these snowstorms, Lauren. That's funny. Summer, it doesn't matter. There's the inches we talk about today won't materialize, so it's kind of pointless. You just kind of have to watch the trend. Kelly says I got a happy glow. It must be because Jody just fed me some homemade chocolate chip cookies, so my belly is full. You know what they say, how to get to a man? It's through his stomach. Let's see. Chris, we are going to have a big snowstorm. Well, we'll see, buddy. UNC got robbed in the Orange Bowl. Okay, Mark. Okay. Let's see. What else? Joe, it's in the house. Good to see you. Leanna's ready for warm weather. She's going to have to wait a while. Who wants the snow? Richard wants the snow. Chris, all he wants is just a... Oh, that's a foot of snow, or is that an inch, Mark? Oh, that's a foot, Mark. You want a foot of snow? Careful what you wish for. Just logged on. When is the snow supposed to happen? Kathy wants to know. It wouldn't be until Wednesday. There's two rounds of snow we're talking about this week. Far eastern Oklahoma, northeast Oklahoma, in the southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas. That's snow number 1. Several inches in some of the higher elevations. It's more terrain a factor in that part of the country. And then the second round, which is a widespread, potentially Oklahoma snowstorm, is Sunday and Monday. Jarrett's in the house, my brother from Rockwall, Texas, gig 'em. We went to high school together. And we would say ridiculous Spanish sayings to one another that would upset our Spanish teacher. But she really liked it in the back of her head because we were learning the language. And if we were going to be stupid, at least we learned it, right? So then we'd make up our own expressions. We would talk about snow and skidding. But anyway, let's move on. To relive the childhood memories. All right, let's see. Elizabeth, Team AT and Jody. Yes, always. Let's see, what else? How does this winter compare to others? Katina, well, temperature-wise, not that bad. But when it comes to snowstorms and ice storms and all that stuff, we're record-breaking, record-setting. Leanna says, thank you for all the updates from South Oklahoma City. You got it. I'm praying for tick-killing weather. The funny thing is, people always say that, kills all the bugs. In reality, I think the majority of them just bury themselves down a few inches where it's toasty. And then they crawl right back up when it warms up. And guess what? They're all still there. As soon as that sun and warm weather comes out, there they are. Let's see. I know, right? I tell you what, I would not mind having another foot of snow around the area. I'm just saying, because I'm a snow lover. And I love snow. And besides that, like you said here, it doesn't stick around that long in most cases. So, except for like the shaded areas. Let's see. That was it. I just did a real quick look of all your comments. So again, I appreciate that. Appreciate the stars and your loyalty and watching tonight. We'll do this again off and on here at these next few nights here this week. So be sure to like, share the video and my page, AT's Weather, on Facebook. And also visit my website every now and then. You can get to it on my blog or on my weather app, AT's Weather to Go. It's free, Apple and Google Play. And I think that's it. So we'll talk again probably maybe tomorrow night, or definitely, let's see, what is today? Monday? Tuesday will be Wednesday. Yeah, for sure Wednesday. Just see how that snow's doing. But maybe even tomorrow night. All right, you guys be careful and be great and be well. Get a good night's sleep. We'll see you later.